Hi everybody, this is DearMamaSal and it's coffee time. If you've ever wondered what anxiety is all about and why maybe your anxiety isn't the same as somebody else's, this is your opportunity to find out. Well, hi everybody, this is DearMamaSal and today's coffee time is talking about anxiety. We're going to do a number of different sessions on this because it's a huge subject, and a lot of my viewers, especially the broadcast viewers, have told me that they would like me to talk a bit more about it. Now, you need to understand that I am not, just make sure you totally understand this, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a therapist, don't have a degree in this or anything. This is, what you're going to hear from me is literally just my observation. I actually am a sufferer. I have suffered with anxiety for a lot of my life, and I think I know why. And I literally fight it one way or another almost every day of my life. And I thought some of you might be interested in hearing that and also how I cope with it, because it's really important that we understand that everybody has anxiety. Because it's the basic fight, flight, or freeze mechanism we have when we experience anything that is either frightening to us or dangerous to us or strange to us. It's the sort of feeling that some people get if they hear they got to talk in public, whereas in my case, let me talk in public, give me a microphone. doesn't affect me. But, you know, other things do affect me. My security affects me. My safety affects me. And so you have to really start working out where these issues trigger you. I think that's the best way to describe it. So the question I'm pretty certain that you all have, well, is it real? Yeah, it's real to the person feeling it. The problem about anxiety is it doesn't really matter whether it's real or not. You see, if you think you're in danger, your mind cannot tell the difference between real and imagined, right? So if you think you're in danger, your body will set up all the mechanisms to protect you. Make sense? So I find it amazing that people say to me, well, you know, it's not real. Yeah, it is to me. And it is to you, I'm sure, otherwise you wouldn't be watching this. So sometimes, I'm sure that you will agree with me, there are some times where just our expectation of danger will set us off into some sort of panic situation. And yet the funny thing is, 9 times out of 10, what we perceive to be dangerous or frightening or whatever, our perception quite often, and more often than not, is far worse than the actual reality. I'm certain you can all think of times where you imagined something really was going to be terrible, and actually you quite enjoyed it. For some of you, it's even just getting outside the door. So we have to understand that the mind doesn't understand the difference between imagined danger or real danger. Think about that. And over the course of the next few videos, I'm going to give you all sorts of experiences that I've had where I have gone into an anxiety state and tell you some of my experiences, including being in hospital a couple of times without realizing what was going on. And we're going to talk about some of the symptoms. You know, some people get headaches, some people feel it in their heart, some people start sweating. Some people get tingling in their extremities. Some people get choking. The problem is that a lot of these symptoms are also symptoms for other things, which is why I end up in hospital occasionally. Because my symptoms are absolutely, apparently, spot on with a heart attack. And it's only after I literally have to tell you, I have twice that I can think of in the last 10 years, ended up in hospital. No, actually not in the last 10 years, in the last 30 years. I have twice ended up in hospital, hooked up in ICU, hooked up to all the machines, actually the ICU Department of Emergency, hooked up to all the machines because they were absolutely convinced I was having a heart attack. And the problem with that is they cannot tell whether you did or you didn't until a certain amount of time has gone by, and they will be able to check if you've had a heart attack, certain enzymes or whatever get released, and that's what they're checking for. But they can't check for it until a certain amount of time has gone by. So I'm chuckling about it now because I can talk about it and it's funny, but it wasn't funny at the time. And what I would like to do is for us to have a conversation about what is it like for you? How do you feel it? Do you have it? Do you know what triggers it? And that's what we're going to be talking about in the next few coffee sessions. So this is DearMamaSal saying thank you for watching. If this subject interests you, remember to subscribe, give me a thumbs up, do all those wonderful things, and most of all, watch for the next in the series. This is DearMamaSal saying thanks for being there. I appreciate it. Big hug to you all. Bye-bye for now.